How many of you knew that Albert Einstein couldn't read until he was 9? Or that Walt Disney struggled with reading his entire life? Or that Richard Branson, the owner of an airline and the record label, has been struggling with dyslexia his entire life? Those are all learning disabilities. And what I'm talking about today is learning disabilities. A learning disability is a neurological disorder that results in differences in how our brains perform. It cannot be cured and it will last a lifetime. However, with the right supports and interventions, children can succeed in school and later on in life. There are no medications that can help with a learning disability, but there are medications that can help relieve some of the symptoms. So, for example, for children that have ADHD, which is a specific learning disability, they can take Adderall or Ritalin, which will kind of calm them down and help them focus. But there's no meds that will make it all go away. The term is described to use a range of learning and thinking differences that can affect the way the brain takes in, stores, and sends out information. So there's ADHD, dyslexia, dysgraphia, which is a condition that impairs writing with a hand. Dyscalculia is it's a person that has problems with math, solving math problems. Many children struggle with more than one disability or condition that can affect their learning, unfortunately. The developmental areas are quite vast for all children between the ages of 0 and 5, so it makes it kind of tough when you try to figure out a learning disability. However, language and literacy, if your infant isn't cooing or mimicking sounds with the age of 1, there could be a delay. If your 2-year-old isn't talking in short sentences, there could be a delay. Or if your 5-year-old isn't able to be understood by adults, there could be a delay in language. If your infant can't recognize familiar people, if your toddler is struggling matching items, or your 5-year-old is not able to identify shapes, colors, or letters, there could be a cognitive delay. Motor delays, if your infant isn't rolling from side to side and moving their head, or your preschooler can't run with control or balance, there could be delay in motor. Also, obviously, there's the sensory delays, light, sounds, and textures is always something to kind of keep in mind. The learning disability does qualify for special education services under the Minnesota Department of Education. So if a child is diagnosed, they can receive services in the home or at school, depending on their age, by a licensed special ed teacher, SLP, OT, or PT. Cool. Yeah, that's it. That's learning disabilities. Bye-bye.